Thanks, Sarah. Yes, it's a very happy feeling down in the room. It's a very happy man here, Fags. You must be exceedingly proud.
Oh, very proud of the group. I mean, that's a pretty young football team we had out there tonight on a huge stage, and they all stood up. You know, the question got asked of us in the second quarter, and we responded really well after half-time.
Yeah, did, Fags, but they're young, but they're tough, aren't they?
They are tough. Yeah, I mean, you got to be tough to beat Collingwood here in front of that crowd, and not just physically tough, but mentally tough. And no, I'm just so proud of what they were able to achieve tonight. A lot of young blokes stood up. I mean, you know, we look like we got another player in Ty Gallup. That's pretty exciting.
Mate, his shoulders, Marty Leslie. Marty Leslie the second, the big wide shoulders. 5 games in, and he's going to play in the grand final next week. So that's good. What'd you say at half-time? What happened at half-time? Because it was an absolute stoppage demolition in the third quarter.
Yeah, well, we were going pretty good in that part of the game in the first half. I just felt in the second quarter we made a lot of mistakes with the footy that were sort of a little bit unforced, and it gave them scoring opportunities. And, you know, I just really talked about that at half-time.
Did you give him a rev up?
Oh,
stir up?
Not really. I'll be honest with you. I talked about the 2023 grand final and how we could never pay them back until we beat them in the final. So I don't know whether that worked or not, but I did say that.
They did something, right?
You certainly did a great job. 10 goals, 5 from stoppages.
Yeah.
That'd be near as good as you've performed all year against a high-quality midfield.
Yes, it would be. That's a really big number. You know, the forward 50 stoppages are really dangerous for us. And once you got the ball in there and locked in and got looks at those, it really helped us. But oh no, it's hard to talk after a win like that.
Well, what about you? We're talking about the game a lot, but tell me a little bit about the emotion of seeing the likes of Darcy Gardner and Oscar McInerney. In particular, Oscar, who dislocated his shoulder this time last year and missed the opportunity for the premiership. Must be so pleased for them.
Yeah, I know it means a lot to their teammates.
Yeah.
Like, that's one of the reasons why they've played so hard this year, to try and give blokes who missed out last year an opportunity. And now those two fellas are going to get a chance. So it's fantastic for them because they've been great players for our footy club. You
know what grand final week's like. You've been around plenty of times. There's going to be storylines all week. The biggest storyline's going to be probably Lachie Neale. Yeah. What's your latest?
What do you want to scoop?
Well, I'm sure you're not going to tell me he's straight in. How's he looking? Is he any chance?
He completed a very searching training session this morning, and our fitness blokes are telling me that he's probably in really good shape to play.
So he's a chance?
He's a chance to play. Yeah.
And he's had the deep heat on him this morning. Did you give him a massage?
No, I didn't. I stay away from all that, Brownie.
And tell us about one more. Like, you've had a proud moment in your footy career going to your 3rd grand final in a row. The brothers picked up a flag with Clarence, haven't they, today?
He did, yeah. Well, that was great news before the game. My brother Grant, he's retired and he decided to make a comeback to coaching. He coached Clarence in the SFL Premiership today, and I'll bet you he rings me tomorrow and tells me how good he is. He's actually a really good coach. So
he's done a great job, and I'm sure he's exceedingly proud about your result once again. So congratulations,
thanks,
mate. Outstanding.
Well done, thank you, fellas. Thanks for all your support.
Well done. Very happy down here, Sarah, no doubt about that.
Oh, the Fagan boys can coach. Jack, that's your old club in Tassie.
That is my local club, and my old man was coached by Grant Fagan and coached to a premiership by Grant Fagan as well, and played with Grant's son, Ben, Chris's nephew, in a premiership for the Clarence Footy Club. So a good day down there. They were underdogs. They beat Lauderdale, the Eastern Shore rivalry, so a great day to be a Fagan.
Proud moment for Chris Fagan tonight. Well, I loved what he said to the boys about them not just being physically tough, but being mentally tough. And we saw that in the 4th quarter. They stood up in the big moments that needed to be won. And we're going to have a look at our full-time highlights, thanks to Menu Log, because it was those big moments that they own, Jason, by virtue of their mental toughness.
It was. I mean, you have that 3-goal break, and then all of a sudden you think, okay, we kick the first, we're away. But then Collingwood kick the first, and they get back, and all of a sudden you think, okay, they can come at us. But just some efforts. That was, you know, line ball, whether it was a free kick or not. That's that magnificent field kick you're talking about from Logan Morris. The finish from Charlie Cameron, who'd had a really, really quiet day. They made some good decisions, and those pivotal moments,
huge,
they had opportunities to score, they took. And this young man has got a lot going for him.
There's no doubt that Jamie Elliott front-on contact free changed the momentum of the last quarter, but the Lions still needed to finish off. And that last 10 minutes, they pretty much dominated. They were able to go down and score heavily. They maintained the pressure through the midfield and took their chances in the next 3 or 4 entries to fill their boots to get out to that 29-point win. But they were just stronger throughout the night. Collingwood had that 6-goal run through the second quarter, and the Lions had a chance to face that, as we just heard from Chris Fagan, to be able to reset, go back to their focuses and then come out and really control the second half for the most part.
A professional side doing professional things in a really big, hot environment that's exactly what they needed at that point in time, was their leaders to stand up. Dane Zorko puts the icing on the cake with that last kick. And they just did everything right in that last quarter after they were challenged, and potentially, I mean, the Jamie Elliott moment, that will be one of the biggest talking points all the way through even this week and further on from that as well.
15-10 to 11-5. I mean, they probably could have put the result to bed a little earlier had they kicked more accurately. We are going to head back to the rooms now, because the boys have got a guy that will be the heartwarming story of grand final week. We all want to see him out there. It's so exciting to see the big O out there, Lynchy.
Yeah, we've got Oscar McInerney and Cam Rayner. I'll start here with Cam to start with. How happy are you for this man? He's going to a grand final and gets a chance to win a flag.
Mate, it's awesome. Obviously, missed out last year. He gets the opportunity to come out and teach us beating the team's final series. The consistency he plays with and the reliability of him, it's awesome. You just get to the drop of the ball, and he just smashes packs all day, so you love playing with him.
And Big O, that smile is just getting bigger and bigger. You must be over the moon, mate.
Yeah, it's going to be an exciting week for the footy club. The smile gets big when you see Cam Rayner launching at the footy. He was incredible. He puffing the chest out and really drags the group along.
He had a big third quarter, didn't he?
Oh, he's incredible. He just impacts the contest in the air, on the floor. He's a hard, tough matchup.
Well, we might talk about that third quarter, because when I was watching you at one stage, you were throwing up on centre wing, and then they brought a concoction out. It looked like it had Red Bull and everything in it, and you've slugged it down. You were crook.
Yeah, I've been crook all week. My throat's still a little bit average, but the concoction was it was a Red Bull, a salt tablet, and a Noto. So I'm not sure if I'll be trying that anytime soon.
Yeah, I wouldn't recommend it.
You could have told me you could have told me at breakfast when you gave me a hug.
I was trying to get everyone around Australia sick though.
How was it in the midfield there, mate? I mean, a big battle, and obviously it was going to be a key target. We were just chatting to Fags about impressive with 10 goals, 5 from stoppage. You'd be wrapped.
Yeah, the boys looked really dangerous from there, and it's so exciting because we've got so many different boys that can go through there and create a different look. Like, we've got the young boys now adding a bit of flair, and then Josh and Hugh that just add real class around the footy.
Fags said he gave you a bit of a wind-up at half-time and mentioned the 2023 grand final just to stir you up.
Yeah, you use any sort of motivation to get the group going, but it clearly works.
Get the boys bristling a bit, did it?
Yeah, hairs on the neck sort of stuff.
You're like an old, experienced campaigner now. I mean, you've played, 150 games, been around for a while. You must be so proud of the next wave of youngsters that are coming through. We spoke about Ty Gallup before and what he's done. I mean, he's the highest rated player on the field for the Lions today with 3 goals. You must be wrapped.
Yeah, and we've got a caddy system at the footy club, and I've been lucky enough to caddy him this year. And the ability and the work ethic that he has is awesome. Like, always the first there, trying, asking questions, and I feel like he's like the Incredible Hulk out there sometimes. He turns around and looks at me and goes, "Am I doing well?" I'm like, "Mate, just keep smashing packs and keep smashing everyone."
Big set of shoulders on him.
Yeah, mate, he's heavy set in here.
Brownie's jealous because Brownie's got the build of a Galliano bottle.
That's why I turned side on.
But Ty's got nicer build on him. But yeah, it's developing beautifully. We were speaking before, especially pre-game, chatting a little bit about the way Darcy Wilmot goes about it. Like, he's obviously a little different character, but geez, he can play.
Oh, yeah, when you see him run around that on the footy field like that, just let him be Darcy during the week, because if he's going to turn results like that, we'll take the weirdness, won't we?
Yeah, he was, and they were brave. Like him and Zorks, especially, they're brave. After the Geelong game, you're beaten comprehensively and maybe didn't attack the game enough. Those boys were magnificent off half-back.
Yeah, mate, and I think that's the important thing, is to keep encouraging them to go for it, because that's what wins us games. And, with Zork's personality, I don't think he's going to stop after he misses a couple. So it almost gives him a little bit of an extra kick to try and taste the next one. So him, Jasper, Darcy Wilmot, those boys on the back line have been awesome for us.
What does it feel like out there? So, because 96,000 people, it's pretty amazing. But the young blokes especially, they seem to handle it no problems at all. Obviously, you've played in quite a few finals, Wilmot, Ashcroft, Fletcher. a lot of finals at a young age, but it's still a big crowd to handle that emotion.
Yeah, it's good, and I think the main thing is just to be really clear with each other out there and communicate, and those boys come to us, we can go to them, and they do such a good job of keeping a cool head. And when I was 18, 19, I couldn't imagine playing out there in front of 100,000 people, and these boys do it to make it look easy. But I guess when you've got a personality like Darcy Wilmot, he doesn't really care about anything, so he just runs around there as if he's playing in the backyard.
Yeah, I don't think you'd be feeding him red cordials before the game, I wouldn't have thought.
If you had my concoction, he'd be bloody jumping out of the stadium.
Exactly. Now, you're going into your third grand final, your second grand final, Oscar. Sort of with knowing what's coming, do you feel like you're much better prepared, not as anxious, or maybe just more excited?
It's just awesome to be back, I think, and obviously you got a bit more of an understanding of the week and what it looks like, but there's no shying away from the fact that the nerves will be high and everyone will be super excited. So obviously a little bit of experience on the side, but grand final week's grand final week.
And how does the injuries impact you? So Bears, Jared Berry obviously dislocated shoulder, so he looked in trouble before half-time. How did you boys handle that? And then obviously on the other side of things, potentially Lachie Neale coming back into a grand final spot.
Yeah, well, the Brotherhood's probably our biggest asset at the footy club, so we'll wrap our hands around Jared, but I no doubt that he'll give it every cent to have a go this week, and Lockie's the same. He's been superhuman in his recovery, and he'll be exceptional this week, and as we learn over the last few years, just embrace the week and we'll see what comes.
Well, congratulations, fellas. You're through to another grand final. It'll be an exciting week and the most exciting part of your life. So congratulations. Hello. We've got this little fella.
Thank you very much.
What are you doing here? We're just talking about you.
I got told I've got to come over here.
Oh, do you?
I'm not happy about it.
Well, you're not happy about it. We'll come in here.
I need to have a shower.
All right. Thanks, Oscar. Congratulations.
Thanks, man.
All right.
Good job. I'll take the mic for you. Good
well,
job.
we're just going with the younger guys, but how proud are you, mate? It's all come with a rush at the end of your career. And
what are you calling it there, are you?
No, I reckon you're about cooked. No, 3 grand finals in a row, mate, amazing.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm not speechless at the moment, but it's hard to put into words. We've worked so hard. We've learned a lot of lessons on our path with Fags. A lot of lessons in preliminary finals as well. So we knew at half-time not to panic. I give him the first 4 goals, so that was always nice.
Well, you didn't panic because you doubled down after half-time. You came off the back of the square a few times and helped with the clearance game when, yes, made 2 or 3 mistakes, but that's your role.
Yeah, I'm not too worried about it. I was a little bit disappointed with just a couple of them, but, don't really care. I mean, that's my role down there. I've got to keep... let's show the ones that we got wrong, eh? Thanks, guys. But seriously, like...
No, but this is the class of yourself.
Straight after half-time, you just doubled down.
Yeah, had to. All the boys at half-time got behind me and just said, keep taking it on. You have to. And I knew if we could just keep getting in nice and deep for our forwards, our smalls would turn up. Ty Gallup, Logan Morris, they just competed all night. They really got outmarked. We had to just keep bringing the pressure, and we did that and got the rewards.
So what do you say as an experienced player in these sort of situations? What are you saying to the youngsters? Just reassuring them we're okay, we're safe?
Yeah, I just said at half-time we're in a really good spot. We got outplayed for about 15 minutes there, but we didn't panic. We had the last shot at goal on the just before half-time, similar to what happened against them in round 20. We didn't panic. We just knew we had to keep going with what we were doing. We're winning the clearances. We're winning the contested ball. We just had to double down, and we did.
Just saw that vision then, one you celebrating, but Chris Fagan celebrating there with that enormous smile. It takes a bit to get the smile out of him, but tell us about his calming influence. Tell us about his style. We've seen it for a few years now. He doesn't give much away, but in these moments, that sort of passion is obviously, he's so proud of you guys.
Yeah, and it rubs off on us, right? Like we want to play for him. Yeah. He's been so good to us. He's trusted us. He's really loyal towards his players. We're going to get it wrong. He doesn't panic. There was a bit of a conversation between him and DD at half-time about, maybe we're being too bold. And he said, no, we need to keep going like that. I'm not taking that away from our players. And it was the right call. It was the right call. We kept taking it on. We had to. And off the back of that, we had some really good shots.
Where's the toughness in the youngsters come from?
Just the confidence. I mean, we got 8 guys under 22 years of age out there, right? And
they're all competitors. Yeah. They love it. They seem to relish the really competitive games and the big games.
They want to take the shot, don't they?
They do.
Take the moment.
Yeah, much to my despise at times. I get a little bit upset at them, but look, we try and just let everyone be themselves. We encourage them as much as possible to be yourself. We don't want them to go in their shell. We want them to be right out there, play the way we do, and off the back of that, good things happen, right? So it's no surprise that Darcy Wilmot, Jasper Fletcher, I can name them all, but they're having really good years because we give them the confidence to do that.
How do you go about this now? So, have you watched the game last night? Obviously, you're playing against Geelong. You put much thought into that yet?
You watch both sort of styles of how they both played last night, and we got a really good lesson against Geelong just a couple of weeks ago. So we'll go to work a little bit more throughout the week. I thought we've executed our game plan really well the last 2 weeks, and we need to do the same again against them next week. So looking forward to it.
Yeah, it's an exciting week. We just spoke to Oscar McInerney about his opportunity to go back to another grand final. You've been alongside another man that missed last year, and Darcy Gardner. You rap for him, wouldn't you?
I am, because, you know, Jack Payne obviously came in last year.
Yep.
Obviously, unfortunately, goes down with patella tendon. Darcy trained all the pre-season as a forward, but he knows how to be a defender, and
he was terrific today too.
He was unreal. I know Brody might have a little bit of a toe issue, but he still had to do the job on him. He went back with the flight. He came forward when he needed to and just got everything right, and we can trust that. We know exactly what we're going to get from him. He never gives up. He's incredible. I'm so glad he gets his opportunity in a grand final next week.
You'd be pumped, wouldn't you? You've been in these sort of rooms on not big occasions like this where there's no one here and you're winning 5 games for the season. But where this club's gone to over the last 7 years is amazing turnaround, which you've been a part of.
Yeah, well, it was funny. Me and Josh Dunkley, just before the game, obviously the anthem finished, and we ran off and we're like, you just got to soak this up because you don't know when you're going to get back. And there was a long time there in the club's history where we didn't think we were going to get anywhere near a preliminary final, let alone grand finals. And now to go back there 3 years in a row with a really good chance. I know Geelong's going really well, but, you know, it's a different game, grand final day. You guys know it better than anyone. So it's great the club's changed and gone in the right direction. I'm so glad I've been able to help with that.
How many tickets do you reckon you can pull off this week?
How many do you need?
Probably just a few, I reckon.
I think Brownie might be right.
Extra half dozen.
See what we can do, eh?
Well, congratulations. You're going to another grand final and you played a pivotal role once again.
Mate.
Thanks, boys.
Good work.
Cheers.
Fantastic, Sarah. Once again, some very happy players down in the rooms.